Hi there everyone, it's Janet Wakeland with Remarkably Created, and we are here to open door number 10. It's kind of bittersweet that we're getting down to the end. I've had so much fun opening these doors with you and creating samples and sharing tips with you. As a quick review, what we're doing is each day I'm opening one of the doors on the Stampin' Up! Advent box for those of you who want to see it before you buy it, who want a sneak peek. In addition, each day as we open a door, I'm going to give you samples and tips with the previous day's products because I'm not seeing this product until you do. So we're opening it together and I'm getting my peek at the same time as you. So as a quick review, this Stampers Crafters Advent box is available while supplies last. There are 12 doors in the box you'll see in just a minute. In addition to the 12 doors with exclusive product that you will not find in the online store or in a catalog, there is also this coordinating stamp set. 24-piece photopolymer set, bold images, great greetings, and all of the things in the Advent box are designed to coordinate to work together, similar to how Stampin' Up! Product suites work. But because it's Stampin' Up! Product, we know that we can go off-road anytime, right? And use all of the great things in our crafting stash. So we have the 12 days. Then behind one of the doors, we opened up this set of dies here. These two dies do indeed cut the flowers. We opened this fun set of dies. We opened this amazing pack of embellishments, and it is equivalent to a full pack of embellishments you would get from Stampin' Up! Beautiful flat bottom gold sparkly gems. We had some puffy embellishments. We have some baker's twine. It appears to be Misty Moonlight and Flirty Flamingo. Then we had gold foiled ephemera labels so that you could do some creating. A set of 4x4 stencils that coordinate with the images. You're going to see them coordinate with the flowers and things like that. And a brush for really doing some stenciling work and things like that. 20 sheets of single-sided designer paper. And again, coordinates with all of the other pieces, the stamps, the dies, and things like that. And then yesterday we opened up the ephemera pack that had 4x3 memories and more style cards. So they're nice and heavy, as well as coordinating ephemera. If you want to see any details on these products, make sure you go back through all of the previous 9 videos so that you can see these opened, you can see tips and things like that with them. So without further ado, we are on door number 10. Now, if you want to repurpose this box, I would recommend using an X-Acto knife to just gently cut the perforations and then opening it. I will not be repurposing this one, so I'm just ripping into it. But this is door number 10. Oh my God. Ah! I love glitters and sparkles. Oh my gosh, guys, this is like tiny little mini sequins, flowers. It looks very almost hippie-esque, but it's so cool. There's butterflies in here. There's flowers in here, and oh my gosh, does it shimmer. Oh my gosh, I'm really sad that Stampin' Up! Is not gonna have this available for purchase beyond this box because I would hoard this. This has like, oh, there's little hearts, clear hearts in here. You'll see it up close tomorrow when we showcase it. So amazing, guys. Okay, so let's bring in today's samples and let's give you a few tips. So 4x3 cards make it really easy for you to easily create a flap card. So in this case, you're going to see the 4x3 card not cut down from the door that we opened yesterday. These are some of the ephemera pieces that were part of that. Brought back in some of those gold gems. This is the die that is part of the Advent box. In this case, I just used some olive twine. And you're going to see here on quite a few of the cards, and this moved off. There's the fluffy bow. And I'm a really big fan of our ephemera greetings. I keep them out on my desk when I'm too lazy to go grab a Stampin' Stamp, or when I just can't come up with a greeting that maybe I don't have in my collection or something. So I love our ephemera greetings. So we have that one. Here again, you can see another one of those ephemera greetings. Another great way to use your 4x3 Memories and More style cards. These are 1x3" strips, and I just layered it onto Old Olive. I could have alternated the strips, and again, I'm left with a nice strip left over for some more creating. There is a nice large set of cherries that are from that ephemera pack from yesterday. Again, another one of those ephemera greetings. And then some Stampin' Up! Embellishments. Again, everything works together. And there's that twine, and then here you can see the designer paper. So here you can really see the pieces working together. A little bit more for you. Again, I just used the whole 4x3 card, but again, in this case, I cut a 1" strip. This is from the branching out die, and the little dips here coordinate real well with the dips from this ephemera greeting that I just went ahead and altered with a little bit of Daffodil Delight ink. There's some more of the ephemera pieces from yesterday, the baker's twine that you've seen, and we just brought in some different embellishments. And then we'll kind of assemble this card together today for something different. And I'm going to give you a tip that has nothing at all to do with the dies, if that makes sense. So pretend like I've scored that. I'm not going to grab my paper trimmer, but let's give ourselves a nice bone folder. Give ourselves a nice crease. Let's grab our adhesive. And we're going to put, and this is from the Delightful Wishes pack of paper. Again, remember things in the Stampin' Up! World, because Stampin' Up! Has core colors and end colors coordinate so well together. So that's a wonderful thing. We're going to put our, and I'm going to left justify it, which means I'm not going to center it. I'm going to move it over to the left side for a little bit of a different look. I've used the Stylish Shapes, and here I die cut 2 images using Stylish Shapes from the 4x3 card. I still have enough space to do some little bit more die cutting or even cutting tiny little strips. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put that down. Then our white piece, which layers really nice inside of this. I'm going to take our welcome, and we're going to, oops, hold on a minute. Let me hold on to that for just a second. Let's get a couple of other pieces on here first. We're going to put our circle up here. That's our last piece. Let me get a little bit of glue going on. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're going to pretend I'll glue it all flat because you don't need all of these pieces for the tip. So we're going to have our welcome, our bow. Sweet Baby is going to get glued into the knot, kind of off to the side over here. But the tip that I want to give you is on the butterfly and kind of making it a little bit of 3D and adhering it in a way that it stays 3D for you, okay? So what I've done is I've just kind of rolled, like I'll hold onto the wings and I'll roll them to the back, and I keep the center of the butterfly flat. This is something that I love to do with flowers, love to do with butterflies. So I have this flat piece here. So I'm going to take some dimensionals. The size dimensional that you use will depend on the surface. In this case, I'm going to use the little mini dimensionals because they go right down in the wings. So let's pull that backing off. And before I do anything else, remember I've got this flat surface, so I'm going to just kind of reinforce it again. So now I've got that flat surface. And let's pretend like, let's see if this liquid glue works, because in this case I do need my glue. So there we go. I'm going to put some liquid glue down the center of my butterfly. And now when I go to put it down, I'm going to make sure that it stays. I'm going to put the center down, and then I'm just going to squish up those wings. And if I hold this up, let's take all of our other pieces off. Can you see how it's raised up? And it's going to maintain that dimension even if I put it in an envelope, because the dimensionals are going to help hold those wings, and now where it's glued in the center, it's going to stay flat to that. So it's just a fun, easy way to add a little bit of dimension. So we'll go ahead and we'll finish our Sweet Baby welcome card. But you can see here on all 4 of these, I did bring in those greetings from the ephemera. I love them, and it makes it for quick and easy cards. So I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 11. Don't forget, if you're new to the group, go back and watch all of the other 9 previous videos for fun tips and tricks and great samples. And then some of the samples have already been posted in the photo album up under the Photos tab. The rest of them will come after we finish day 12. Thanks, guys.